Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG located on the south spawn of Prokhorovka. This one is under the command of Yarbaz. Game on. Okay, everyone seems to be dispersing except the E4, who hasn't moved away from his spawn point, but he's now moving. Yes, he's on the way. The opposite Arty is a GWE-100. He's actually going off to the west side of the map, but Yarbaz has decided to fight from the railway line. Okay, ready to go. And an enemy tank was spotted very briefly, a CS-63, and it looks like they also had an SDB-1, SDB-1 I should say, up near the center line. Rounds out, lovely direct hit. 316 hit points with the first shot, and he's changing position immediately to avoid counter battery. Always a wise decision, because you never know who's actually going to be looking down at the railway line. I think we can see one of the enemy Arty is over on the west side, and the other one is over on the east side of the map. In fact, very much like he might be over the railway line on the opposite side. Now, an enemy Progetto has been seen up on top of the hill. We're loaded. Rounds out. Direct hit right into his side. So that's really going to have hurt him, because I think he's going to go down now. Even though the UDAS has tried to go in and save him, unfortunately the Progetto does go down. So I think he overcalculated there. He didn't realise he'd get hit by Arty. And now that UDAS is in danger, because Yarbaz is almost loaded. And rounds out. He gets another hit. Unfortunately, we do lose our teammate in the CS-63, but the UDAS does take a big hit, and he's now down to 1/4 of his hit points. Unfortunately, the enemy appears to have snuck a tank through. It's gone around the corner. 277 managed to creep up the hill, and there he is, trying to get a shot on him. We've lost one of our teammates. And, yep, gets a hit onto the 277. But the E4, the guy who was actually very late to actually move away, he actually went up the hill. And now he's fighting it out with the 277 and the enemy tank that's coming down the hill. And I think Yarbaz has decided now's a good time to move away. And the enemy Arty tries to get a shot at him, but fails. Now, does he stay and shoot, or does he depart? Well, we can see that the enemy, the 277, is now down in the dip, and he's kind of trapped there actually, because it's very difficult for him to get up out of the lip when the E4 is governing the area on top. And it means, yes, he's gone down to that 155mm main gun, and he's out the game. So that's a good save there by the E4. Okay, Jaegeru rounds out. Went long. You can see the GWE-100 firing into the distance there. And there's that STB-1 again, the tank we saw right at the start of the game, other than the CS-63. Okay, we're lining the shot up. He's almost ready. Rounds out straight away. Unfortunately, it's a bit late. And the Rheinmetall Panzer Wagon is taking a few hits. And he's fighting it out. But unfortunately, he's caught in a crossfire. And unfortunately, well, he's still there. But in fact, he's now going in for a deep run on the enemy on the other side of the battlefield. We just found the enemy. Now, we got a hit on the Chieftain, the T95 FP4201, but we just lost our Panzer Wagon to the Jaegeru. He just wiped him out. But before he went down, the enemy did lose their Batchat 155-58 to our Striv, so at least we did manage to get some tanks up on the enemy. We're loaded. Ready to go for that T95 FP4201? No, nobody has him in sight yet. Kind of hoping that our Centurion Action 10 is actually going to get a sighting of that guy. He's on the edge of the bowl. He might be able to spot the STB-1 and the T-95. You can see Yarbas is holding his aim on this corner because he expects that that guy will pop up. And when he does, he wants to be dialed in on the spot straight away to get a shot. Another RT fire, and this time round, we know that he's on this side of the railway line. And somebody's already marking the spot to say, yep, that's where he is. And there's the FE4201. Takes a hit, 286. Another good one. Oh, he's picking up loads of stun assist. Yes, it seems that one of our teammates popped up above the ridgeline and actually managed to get shot into that chieftain. Again, marking the spot where they think he is. The STB pulled back a long way. Rounds out. Oh, it's a kill! 328 hit points. And the STB has gone down. And that's a kill for Yarbas' first kill of the game. Now, he hasn't gone back into the bushes near the railway line because there is still an enemy tank up on top of the hill, funnily enough. There's that T-95. He's a one-shot now. Rounds out. Oh, he got another kill. He's taken out the chieftain this time. And they're pushing on the enemy. There's only 4 enemies left. One of them was on top of the hill and he's now gone. He was there, but he's disappeared. And that means now there's only 4 enemies left. The Jaeger's on the west side of the map. The Minotauro and the T-92. Well, the T-92's by the railway line. There he is. Rounds out. A lovely accurate shot. Doesn't kill him, but he does get 374. And he got the stun assist when the guy got taken out. Now there's only 3 enemy left. The AMX M454 is in sight on the west side. We're not loaded yet, but we will be momentarily. There's the Minotaur. He's actually crossing the railway line. That was the guy who went up the hill, but he had to retreat from our T-124. Rounds out on him. Landed just a short distance away. This game is going to be over very shortly because they're split at the moment. The Minotaur is next to the railway line, but these guys over here, well, they're on their own. And I don't think the M454 is going to last very long. And it might be that Yarbas gets the shot that kills him. He's getting ready. Rounds out. Oh, just before the shell hits. But the good news is he got stun assist off the Jaeger because he stunned him just as the M4 died. And now it's just the Minotauro that's left. Stuck over this side. He can't go over the railway line. The E4's there. And there's the Minotauro. The E4 will be coming up that bank any second now to shoot him in the ass. And there's a lovely direct hit for 296. It makes him a one shot. And the kill shot goes to the E100. Well, that was an excellent game by Yarbas of OLIMP in the Object 261. He managed to get an ace tanker out of that one, as well as a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10, and he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate from that one, 3,553, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game because that went to the Jaeger on the enemy team, who got 4,145 hit points, but he didn't get the high caliber because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage went to the K91 on our team with 4,088. And the third highest damage, that went to Yarbas of OLIMP with 3,111 hit points of damage. And of course, that Confederate. In fact, the only other player who actually managed to get a medal in that game was the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. He got a patrol duty before he got wiped out by the Jaeger, but he did spot a number of enemy tanks just before he went down. And our teammates managed to get kills based on that spotting at that time. When it came to kills, we can see the high scorer was K91 again. 3 kills to him. 2 kills went to Yarbas. to the Object 705A, the Centurion Action 10, and the ST2, and only one player on the enemy team managed to get more than one kill, and that was their Jaeger, who got 2. And when it came to base XP, it's the K91 again, 1,167. So that means he's got the top on his team for on all 3 columns, but he's only got the top on 2 columns because, of course, he missed out on the damage to the Jaeger. But he got 1,167 base experience points, which means he's the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game, with 980 going to Yarbas, just below 1,000, and 833 going to that Rheinmetall Panzerwagen who got the patrol duty. Yes, he really did benefit from all that spotting. And in fact, if we look at the spotting, we can see 6,744 spotting assists because he made that quick run up on the enemy side of the map. And although he took some shots from some of the enemy tanks on the way, he did manage to find out where the enemy was and allow some quick kills to be made. So let's have a look at the detail. 14 shots fired, 9 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 14 splashes. Well, the penetrating shot was more than likely going to be the T92 HMC because, of course, that shell went in directly from above, and you can see, it's not. I'm wrong. Okay, well, that's interesting news because I thought for the T92 would be the one to actually give a penetrating shot, but it turns out it's not. So we're going to have to look down this list and see which ones did he penetrate. There it is. It's the STB-1. He penetrated him for 644 hit points. Now, that's possibly the shot that actually hit the guy sideways on, or side on, to actually wipe him out, right towards the end of the game. I think it's definitely that one because the other ones were all hitting him head on and hit his frontal armor. But that one definitely hit his side and rear at the time, and so I think that's what killed him. Okay, we go back to the details. He got 14 splash, damage of 3,111, all of it at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit by way of splash. That was the enemy Arty trying to nail him. The T92 managed to get a shell near him, but not close enough. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, and 126 hit points of damage assistance with 2,807 hit points of stun assist of 12 stuns. So yes, he only just managed to get the Confederate, but he did get it. And of course, he did get a lovely amount of stun assists out of that one as well with the Ace Tanker. On a premium count, he earned 69,098 credits profit from that game. He got 7 bonds because it was tier 10. And he also took away 2,205 experience points out of it as well. So, yes, a very good game in the Object 261. You don't get a huge amount of shells, but he actually didn't even use the full amount. His team was so good that they were managing to get the stun assist or take out shots on the enemy after they got spotted, and he managed to benefit from that. But, yes, it was a good game overall because at one point in the game, it looked like he was going to have to leave the railway line and go over to the west side of the map because the enemy had actually managed to outflank one of our guys, or 2 of our guys. But luckily that E4 actually saved the day on the hill because after he finished off that 277, he was able then to move forward and push the enemy off the hill. And yes, it really did help because he could stay near the railway line, but he didn't have to go back into cover because there was nobody spotting for the enemy team. Nobody was actually brave enough to stick their heads above the parapet, the center of the map, because they get shot at. But yeah, well done to Yarbas, showing that you can actually even stay out in the open and still be able to fight the game. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.